Got some absolutely massive news for anyone who has ever tried to buy tickets to any concert or other live event, or specifically, if you tried to get tickets to Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, you are well aware that this is an issue that needs to be addressed. Justice Department to sue TicketMaster, LiveNation for alleged monopoly over ticketing industry report. Now, LiveNation is the company that owns TicketMaster. Back in 2010, the Department of Justice greenlit a merger between LiveNation and TicketMaster under the belief that that would create more competition. I don't know why they believe that. Merging two of the largest entertainment companies in the United States into one gigantic company is not going to create more competition. It will create less competition because two players are now one player. So, Justice Department goofed that one, but hopefully now they're going to try and undo this goof, and it only took them 14 years. The Department of Justice is planning to file a major antitrust lawsuit against Ticketmaster's parent company, LiveNation, as soon as next month, according to the report. The litigation will accuse the country's largest concert promoter of leveraging dominance in a way that undermines competition, the Wall Street Journal first reported on Monday, citing sources familiar with the matter. The outlet did not report on specific allegations to be brought in the suit. So, even though we know that they're going to file a lawsuit, we are not 100% sure what that lawsuit is going to be about. But most likely it's going to be something antitrust related, as they probably have information pertaining to LiveNation or Ticketmaster squashing smaller ticket platforms or bullying venues into forcing them to be exclusive with Ticketmaster, and as such, smaller platforms can't thrive. The Department of Justice opened its probe into whether LiveNation maintains monopoly over the industry in 2022 when Ticketmaster crashed while Taylor Swift's fans were trying to buy pre-sale tickets for her Eras Tour, the New York Times previously reported. And this is specifically what got it into the public eye, because people were trying to purchase tickets through Ticketmaster, and after Ticketmaster crashed, they realized there were absolutely no alternatives basically for the entire Eras Tour for people to purchase tickets. There was one option, and that one option was gone, and there were no other options. In addition to that, as these things were coming out, it became kind of common knowledge how much Ticketmaster screws people over on service fees and hidden charges, and et cetera, et cetera. There were all sorts of secret charges that were added to the back end. And in addition to that, often bots would buy up tickets to these large events and then resell them right before the concert at huge markups, which would allow Ticketmaster to make a ton of money. So they never had any motivation to not let this happen. It wasn't just Fox News that covered this. CNN covered this as well. The U.S. Department of Justice is preparing to sue the country's largest concert promoter and ticket website LiveNation in the coming weeks for breaking America's antitrust laws, the Wall Street Journal reporting, citing anonymous sources familiar with the Justice Department's plans. And in the wake of this, shares of LiveNation dropped nearly 7% in pre-market trading Tuesday. LiveNation and the Justice Department didn't respond to CNN request for comment about the journal's report. Now, a number you'll see thrown around a little bit is that LiveNation only controls about 5% of the venues in the United States. He, meeting the CEO of LiveNation when he was defending himself before Congress, rejected suggestions that its dominance has allowed for soaring fees, citing data from the market intelligence firm Polestar showing that LiveNation controls about 200 out of approximately 4,000 venues in the United States, or about 5%. But realistically, those concert venues that they own are absolutely massive. There are not that many huge concert venues that can seat tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people, and LiveNation / Ticketmaster owns the ones that do. So if you ever want to see a large concert, then you have to go with their service. Now, in the wake of the huge Ticketmaster debacle, President Joe Biden said that he was going to try and combat all of these hidden fees that basically every country in the world charges. He called them junk fees, and he was going to crack down and try and make them illegal so that the entire price of whatever it is you're purchasing has to be shown up front. As you can see here, Joe Biden is set to announce that ticketing giants LiveNation and Ticketmasters have promised to disclose the full price of tickets up front, essentially removing the haunting prospect of hidden fees at checkout, according to Reuters. And it wasn't just LiveNation and Ticketmaster, but SeatGeek agreed to do it, Dice agreed to do it, Airbnb agreed to do it, and so on and so forth. Basically, they're worried that if they don't do this and comply with small requests like this, that they'll have a larger crackdown in the future. And so they're doing small things like telling you what fees you might have to pay on the back end, but they're just telling that to you up front because they're worried about something big coming along, like this here gigantic lawsuit that's being filed against them. Now, To be clear, I'm sure basically everyone ever is going to be on the Justice Department's side because LiveNation and TicketMaster is absolutely a horrible and scummy company, but realistically, lawsuits like this can take months and years, and there'll be appeal after appeal, and eventually I guarantee you that Ticketmaster is going to settle, pay some fine, and then nothing is really going to happen. And probably as part of that agreement, they're not going to have to admit any wrongdoing, and then they'll pay something in the realm of $50 to $100 million fine to maybe some of the people that purchased tickets, and then outside of that, nothing's going to change unless they're broken up as a company into two separate companies, LiveNation and Ticketmaster, that have to compete against each other for ticket venues to sell prices at lower and lower rates to try and retain consumers. Then we're not going to actually get anything that actually improves. So as this unfolds and when the Department of Justice announces the specific things they are suing them for, I promise to keep you updated. Thanks for watching.